Well, welcome back to Home and Backyard. We're here at the Peddler's Village and I'm outside, and that's not because you think I've spent all my money, which is true. I'm outside because it has the most unique landscape design you'll see in any retail destination in Pennsylvania. Now, to find out a little bit more about it, we're going to meet Mark, who's the supervisor here. Hello, Mark. Busy as usual?
Yes, we are. How you doing, Paul? Good to see you.
What a beautiful place you have here.
Oh, well, thank you.
Now, I have to say, it's not quite the best season in the world to see the annuals. They're fading a bit, but
yeah.
You still have some remarkable plants, yeah?
Yeah, we are at a time of transition now, leading in the fall here. We're getting ready for the next season coming on. And, you know, a lot of the plants have, you know, gone through their cycle. But you can still see some of the flowers that are a little more hardy, the lantana here, weeping lavender.
Beautiful.
That still looks nice.
But underneath it, you've got a beautiful hardscape, which, you know, is now 50 years old. I mean, for example, like this. This is stunning all year round. You know, beautiful stonework, the little ferns creeping in and out.
Yeah, it's nice how the ferns have naturalized in the joints there, and it really softens the stonework there. You
can't go wrong. Little Toniaster, and the hedges are really beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, we do everything. We try to hand prune everything here. We don't shear anything.
Oh, that's nice. Well, why don't we have a closer look, especially that little yew hedge. It looks beautiful. Well, Mark, this looks like a recently planted hedge. It really is. It looks very young.
Doesn't it? Yes.
You're telling me it's 30 years?
It's approximately 30 years it's been here. And like I said, everything we do, we do hand selective pruning, which you're able to control the size of a plant.
So that's going in, just taking out little bits of the branching?
Going in deep, pruning deep within the shrub to help rejuvenate new growth. And, you know, it helps, you know, keep a nice, light, airy feeling to it.
It's got a nice exposure. You can see a little into it, allows airspace, allows light in, and it keeps it a much more young, healthier looking hedge, yeah?
True, yes. And it gives it a real natural, soft look to it. When we're done pruning something, you would never know. You would never say that was just pruned or...
The plant looks much more natural.
It is more natural, yes.
Now, talking of more natural looking kind of plantings, the middle strip here looks pretty amazing. Now, this must be in that sort of 30, 40-year-old kind of range.
Correct.
Why don't we go and have a closer look at these evergreens? No, in a few weeks, a frost is going to come and wipe most of this stuff out.
Correct, yeah.
And you're left with this backbone of evergreens.
Yeah, that's really where the point of interest really turns this time of year, is to our conifers and the hardscaping that we have around.
Oh my goodness, what a variety you have. Lots of spruces, chamaecyparis. Oh, look at that view there.
See up above here a weeping blue Atlas cedar that's been contorted a little bit with the Christmas lights that have gone on it.
Looks like a big spider, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Crawling down the little stream. Some of these are fairly substantial evergreens. Are you pruning every year, or is it?
No, we don't prune every year. We try to let them just naturalize and, you know, let them do what they're going to do, and try not to force them to do anything unnatural.
But what's so nice about this is the selection of different sort of, obviously the colors. They're not evergreen, they're ever blue, they're ever yellow. It's kind of neat, and you've got a mixture of Japanese maples in here as well.
Yeah, it gives a different texture to it also, not just the colors, but texture, and some have a coarser look, some are softer, like you mentioned.
And people always ask you about low maintenance. This is a fairly low maintenance garden.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, you just need to know what you're doing when you plant these things.
Yeah, not to plant them too close.
It took a little bit of imagination, and I think the founder of Peddler's Village, Earl Jamison, was standing with a picture. In fact, if we go back, there's a picture there from this very position, looking that way. And boy, what does 30 years do in a landscape? You'll see. Quite amazing.
You can tell really the vision that he had, you know, as you see it today, you know, what it's transformed into over the past 40 years. You know, he really had quite a vision for what he was trying to do here.
And that's the beautiful thing about gardening. It does take several decades to mature, and this is a beautiful example of a very well thought out landscape design.
Yeah.
Clever. Well, Mark, what is so unique is all this up and down natural terrain, stones. Beautiful. I'm very, very impressed. And look at these beautiful trees. Now, what is really interesting is just how mature they are. 40, 50, 60 feet tall.
Yeah. And
they were allowed to be quite close to the buildings?
Yeah, certainly in a retail situation, we try to incorporate trees and tie that in a commercial setting. And it's beneficial for a lot of reasons. And it helps to soften roof lines, and the architecture kind of ties the two together.
Well, Mark, it's been 20 years since I last been at the Peddler's Village, and my goodness, has it matured beautifully. You've done an excellent job.
The landscaping here definitely has matured and filled in over the past 30 years, and you can really see the vision that Earl had.
Oh, look at that. There's a beautiful white pine, a dwarf white pine, though it doesn't look particularly dwarf now. Fantastic. Well, I can feel that there's a chill in the air, the seasons are changing, the Christmas lights are going on. It's going to be a wonderful winter landscape here at the Peddler's Village. I'm sure you've got lots of work to do to get that ready.
Yes, we do.
Mark, thanks ever so much.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks for coming out.
It's been an absolute pleasure visiting. Well, Stoner Crows, my lucky day. I found a bit more cash, and that means I'm inside here at the Peddler's Village. Thanks very much to Mark. Don't go away. Home and Backyard will be right back here from the Peddler's Village.